Scaremoxley with you. I apologize right off the top. This is a little bit informal, but this is the start of a special video blog series that I'm gonna do for the next 25 days. It's March 1st right now, and I'm gonna have this uploaded probably at 7, 8 o'clock tonight. But at least I'll get the timing right, and that's all that matters. This is gonna be a special video blog series that I would like to call the moments that define WrestleMania. WrestleMania 26 is coming up at the end of the month, March 28th, and this is the 25th anniversary, actually, of the first WrestleMania. In about 30 days, it's going to be the 25th anniversary. But in this special series, it's going to go on for almost the entire month, right on schedule towards my pregame and prediction special. I'm going to take a look and reminisce on the 25 years of WrestleMania that have come beforehand, day by day by day. I'll choose 3 moments. I won't focus on the whole event, but I'll focus on 3 moments that I think are very good, that I think stick out in history in WWE, and discuss them for just a little bit. And I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time, but this is just going to be going on until the 25th. So we're going to go in order, chronologically, and we're going to start off with the first WrestleMania that took place March 31st, 1985. This, in New York City, Madison Square Garden, the mecca of venues in WWE. This WrestleMania came around the rock and wrestling era, where you had the collision of rock and roll and professional wrestling. WWE was obviously instrumental in this. They had a couple of specials on MTV around then. War to Sell the Score, Brawl for It All, and then this on closed circuit, not pay-per-view back then. That was about months away before pay-per-view was an actual breeding ground. 3 moments coming out of this. It's kind of hard to criticize 80s wrestling and early 90s wrestling, because I think in the current stage of wrestling and sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it, athletes, these guys in the ring, tend to focus more on getting the spots right and the timing right than do they really use their natural ability. It all comes natural watching these early matches as opposed to watching them right now, when you just know that it's all pretty much pre-staged, and it's rather predictable. But these matches are very, very short. The longest match on the card was the main event, was only 13 minutes. As I said, very much noteworthy moments. The shortest match on the card was a very good moment. It was King Kong Bundy's 9-second squash. It was actually about 23, but against SD Jones. So I'll talk about the 3 moments right now that I thought were the best ones that stuck out in WWE history. Number 3, the celebrity involvement in this. Kind of risky at first, some people believe, to bring celebrities into the professional wrestling genre, and it's, I guess, pretty much been the lifeblood, and it's given celebrities something to watch, something to come out and support. But this was just kind of a remarkable evening. You had, for the first WrestleMania, Cyndi Lauper coming out with that connection to rock and wrestling. Cyndi Lauper, Dave Wolf, who did the Pile Driver album not long after this event, Muhammad Ali, Liberace and the Rockettes, Billy Martin, the old New York Yankee manager, they all came out and they had a role in WrestleMania. Ali did. He almost, what was it? He punched out. I just watched WrestleMania I today. I forget who he tried taking a shot at. I believe it was Cowboy Bob Orton in the main event. But yeah, celebrity involvement has gone through this event, and I think it's prospered very well at WrestleMania. So that's my number 3 moment because these are big time celebrities, and some of them were uh, on the Saturday Night Live. Yeah, Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff were on. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T were actually the hosts. Liberace was on, so they had WrestleMania plugged the night before on Saturday Night Live. That's number 3. Number 2, you'll see the shot on normal highlight reels of Andre the Giant with his finger number 1 up in the air. His match with Big John Studd. Nothing spectacular about it. 2 big men. It was the $15,000 slam match. Only 4 minutes. Not much really happening. The crowd. It was probably the biggest pop though was when Andre the Giant slammed Big John Studd and won $15,000. And also this was Andre's first match since the haircut that Big John Studd and Bobby Heenan delivered. Another funny moment that came out of that WrestleMania, now that I think about it, and again, it's rather informal, and I apologize, but Cyndi Lauper calling Fabulous Moolah Shmoolah. It was just for shits and giggles, pretty much. But that was just kind of funny for Cyndi Lauper to say that, they call her that. Had a couple title changes to it this WrestleMania. Iron Sheik Nikolai Volkov winning the tag titles with using Fred Blasie's cane. Wendy Richter, aforementioned, defeating Leilani Kai for the women's championship. The number 1 moment, as I call, from this WrestleMania was the main event. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff. Hogan and Mr. T win. It was a solid match. It was chaos right in the middle with Superfly, Cowboy, Pat Patterson trying to officiate it all, and it ends with Hulk Hogan getting the leg drop on Paul Orndorff and winning the match for his team, and the Piper Mr. T rivalry would move on to WrestleMania 2, where they would have the boxing match, and I probably will talk about it tomorrow as I talk about WrestleMania 2 and as I go on from there. It was a solid show for that time. I think it set the stage for the years to come. It's looking back 25 years. I don't think they could predict what the show WrestleMania has evolved into, and they get really solid job by WWE. They pleased the fans. The fans were wild that night in Madison Square Garden, as all New York City sports fans are, and it was a great moment for WWE, and that's all I can really say. It was a good show, and the first of many great WrestleManias to come, and many great shows from Madison Square Garden too, non-WrestleMania. But there you have it, and that's all I really have to say for now. Tomorrow I'll come back, hopefully a little bit more formal, and I'll talk about WrestleMania 2, which was, I'll say, not as spectacular as the first one, but there were some noteworthy moments, and I'll discuss those tomorrow. So, until then, Skiramatsu saying, talk again on the moments that define WrestleMania, and we'll scroll down and show you the box that I own, since I own every WrestleMania, and this is just the brunt of it, the anthology that came out 5 years ago. So, yeah, I'm out, and we'll talk tomorrow.